I recognize the gentleman from Ohio, Mr. Jordan, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Cook, is the cancel culture mob dangerous?
It's something I'm not all the way up to speed on, but if you're talking about where somebody with a different point of view talks and they're canceled, I don't think that's good. I think it's good for people to hear different points of view and decide for themselves.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I want to just reference a letter. Barry Weiss, who resigned as an editor at the New York Times, she wrote a letter explaining why she resigned. And I'll just read 3 sentences for all of you, actually. She says, first of all, my own forays into wrongthink made me the subject of constant bullying by my colleagues who disagree with my views. She then says later in the letter, everyone lives in fear of the digital Thunderdome. The online venom is excused so long as it is directed at the proper targets. And those targets aren't just conservative. In fact, Ms. Weiss is actually center-left. She's not conservative. The targets are anyone who disagrees with the mob. Are the rest of you concerned about the cancel culture mob and what it's up to? Mr. Pichai?
Congressman, I'm sorry, I had momentary difficulty hearing. But, you know, we've built platforms which allow for freedom of expression. And we take pride in the fact that across our platforms, including YouTube, there are more diverse voices than ever before. It is something we are committed to.
I'm just saying, I'm concerned about it. And again, I'm concerned about it not just because conservatives get attacked. I'm concerned when anyone gets attacked for expressing a viewpoint. I thought we had a First Amendment, and yet they constantly get attacked. How about you, Mr. Zuckerberg?
Yes, Congressman. I believe strongly in free expression. Giving people a voice is an important part of what our services do, and I'm very worried about some of the forces of illiberalism that I see in this country that are pushing against free expression. I think that this is one of the fundamental democratic traditions that we have in our country, and it's how we make progress over the long term on a number of issues. And our company is committed to doing what we can to protect people's voice.
Thank you, Mr. Zuckerberg. Mr. Bezos?
Yes, sir. I am concerned in general about that. And what I find a little discouraging is that it appears to me that social media is a nuanced destruction machine. And I don't think that's helpful for a democracy.
You agree with the term she used, Ms. Weiss used, digital Thunderdome?
I see that, yes.
Yeah, I see it too. And I guess my point is you were 4 pretty important guys leading 4 of the most important companies on the planet, and it would sure be helpful if you spoke out against this. I mean, Mr. Cook, there was a 1984 Super Bowl ad in black and white, had this Big Brother type figure as the narrator saying over the screen to a bunch of these workers, looks like it was straight out of the Soviet Union, saying to a bunch of these workers as they're sort of marching along, he says one of the lines that the narrator uses is, our unification of thoughts is more powerful a weapon than any fleet or army on the earth. And then the ad ends with this lady running in color and smashing the screen, busting the groupthink, busting the mob think. Do you remember that ad, Mr. Cook? What company had that ad?
I remember it very well. It was Apple versus IBM at the time.
Yeah, but the point was mob think, cancel culture, groupthink is not what this country is about. And we are seeing it play out every single, just take the sports world, for goodness sake. In the last few weeks, Drew Brees had to bow to the mob simply because he suggested you should stand for the anthem. There was a football coach at Oklahoma State who wore the, quote, wrong T-shirt fishing with his boys. He got in all kinds of trouble. James Harden wears a mask saying, back the police, help the police, support the police. He gets attacked. Why don't we just let the First Amendment work? That's all we're asking. And you are 4 individuals who have so much influence. It would sure help if you're out there criticizing what the cancel culture mob is doing to this country. And people see it every single day. And I hope you'll do it. I hope you all said you disagree with it. I hope you'll really speak out against it and be fair with all viewpoints. I yield back.
The gentleman yields back. I recognize the gentlelady